Hello, this is Shay Jackson with Hype Math and Reading. In today's video, we will be reviewing for the 2022 Texas STAAR Reading Test for 5th graders. Our concept is elements of poetry. This is part 2. Remember, 5th graders, the time to be awesome is now. Do you need a math or reading tutor? We offer virtual one-on-one and group tutoring for 2nd to 8th grade students. Parents, you can click the link in the description box to sign up for a free 30-minute consultation. We have our 5th grade math and reading review workbooks available for purchase in our store. The link is in the description box so that you can grab yours today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and press the like button so that you will be alerted to new videos we upload, and also spread the word about Hype Math and Reading. We greatly appreciate your support. So let's talk about poetry. Poetry can tell a story, describe an object, or help readers to visualize in their mind pictures about a certain topic. It is a collection of words that express an emotion or idea, sometimes with a specific meaning, sound, or rhythm. So let's review the elements of poetry. First up, rhyme, words that end with the same sound. Our examples are can and man, sigh and try. But remember, 5th graders, poems do not always rhyme. Next, we have rhythm, the musical quality or beat. Pitter patter, listen to the rain. The rhythm pitter patter is the rhythm of the poem. Repetition, to repeat words, sounds, or phrases. Fall is pumpkins, fall is food, fall is leaves on me and you. Next, we have imagery, a vivid description using the 5 senses, which are see, feel, taste, hear, or smell. An example is the cat's tongue felt like sandpaper on my cheek. It was rough. We also have simile, comparing two things using words like or as. The old dog moved as slow as a snail. We're comparing the old dog and also a snail, and the words to compare them are as. Next, metaphor, comparing two different things. The garden of flowers were a rainbow of colors. Number 7, we have alliteration, repeating beginning sounds. Monkeys make major messes. If you notice, the beginning sound is M. Onomatopoeia sounds like the noise or action. Chirp, chirp, chirp went the baby birds. Personification makes a non-human thing seem human. Our example says, the cat rang the doorbell to come inside. Imagine that. Last, we have free verse, poetry that lacks a consistent rhyme scheme, metrical pattern, or musical form. Our example is, the fog comes on little cat feet. It sits looking over harbor and city. So let's dive into our poem. And again, you can purchase our 5th grade reading review workbook in our store. Cherry Berry by Heidi Mordhurst. Be sneaky, be cheeky. Pinch from the kitchen the reddest, the roundest there are. A bowl full of cherries, a bowl of the very most cherriest bombs by far. Backbone straight, step up to the plate. Puff up your chest and lungs. Swallow the fruit, ready to shoot. Put the pit in the groove of your tongue. One more tip, round your lips to launch it without a hitch. Don't get tense, aim for the fence. Wind up like you're fixing to pitch. Now blast it hard across the yard, kissing that missile goodbye. It's over the fence, it's out of the park. It's a let loose cherry juice, no school, slobber drool, spit whistle, summer fun, home run. So let's look at our comprehension questions for cherry berry. Number 1. The reader can tell the speaker is experienced at spitting cherry pits because she A. provides several suggestions about the best way to prepare for the activity, B. identifies the number of times she has practiced over the summer, C. reveals that there is a bowl of cherries in her kitchen, or D. states that she has spit a pit in her yard. So our hint, let's look at the information in the poem to help us find the answer. All right, so here is our poem again. And let's go over it one more time. And this is what you have to do, fifth graders. When you're answering the comprehension questions, look back at the poem to see if you can find the right answer, okay? Be sneaky, be cheeky, pinch from the kitchen, the reddest, the roundest there are. A bowl full of cherries, a bowl of the very most cherriest bombs by far. Backbone straight, step up to the plate, puff up your chest and lungs. Swallow the fruit, ready to shoot. Put the pit in the groove of your tongue. One more tip, round your lips to launch it without a hitch. Don't get tense, aim for the fence. Wind up like you're fixing to pitch. Now blast it hard across the yard, kissing that missile goodbye. It's over the fence. It's over the park. It's a let loose cherry juice, no school, slobber drool, spit whistle, summer fun, home run. So let's look at our answer choices one more time. The reader can tell the speaker is experienced at spitting cherry pits because she A. provides several suggestions about the best way to prepare for the activity. B. identifies the number of times she has practiced over the summer. C. reveals that there is a bowl of cherries in her kitchen. Or D. states that she has spit a pit in her yard. So looking at the answer choices, the best one is A. provides several suggestions about the best way to prepare for the activity. Because remember, the poem says back straight. It tells you where to put the cherry pit and how to aim it and all of those things. So although the other answer choices may be okay, but the best answer choice is A. provides several suggestions about the best way to prepare for the activity. Number 2. What is one important effect of the rhyme scheme of the poem? F. It focuses the readers on the most important words in the poem. G. It helps the reader visualize the problem the speaker experiences. H. It creates a rhythm that emphasizes the quick actions in the poem. Or J. It helps explain what spitting a cherry pit sounds like. All right, so our hint is the rhyme scheme is the pattern of rhyme that comes at the end of each line. So based on that, and let's look at our poem again. Based on that, let's look and see what is the correct answer choice. It is H. It creates a rhythm that emphasizes the quick actions in the poem. Let's look at number 3. Which line from the poem best helped the reader to understand the meaning of lunch? Again, which line from the poem best helps the reader understand the meaning of lunch? Is it A. backbone straight, B. one more tip, C, round your lips, or D, aim for the fence, okay? So let's look and see where launch is, okay? It says, and it's highlighted and in bold, one more tip, round your lips to launch it without a hitch. Don't get tense, aim for the fence. Wind up like you're fixing to pitch, okay? So again, our question is, which line in the poem best helps the reader understand the meaning of launch, okay? And is it A, backbone straight? Does that help you with launch? B, one more tip? C, round your lips? Or D, aim for the fence? It is D, aim for the fence, because you're launching something. You have to have an aim in order to launch something. So think about like a rocket. The rocket launches, well, there's an aim, there's somewhere they're aiming for, which is to the moon most times. They're aiming for somewhere. So that is why D, aim for the fence, is the correct answer. 4. What is most likely the reason the poet compares spitting cherry pits to playing baseball? Is it F, to show that spitting cherry pits is just as much a team sport as baseball? G, to help the reader relate a well-known activity to an activity that might be unfamiliar? H, to explain that less time is required for spitting cherry pits than for playing baseball? Or J, to show the reader that some activities are more interesting than others, okay? So, think about spitting cherry pits and also baseball. Why do you think the poet would compare the two? Well, let's look at F, to show that spitting cherry pits is just as much a team sport as baseball. Yuck, no. Spitting cherry pits is not a team sport because you do not share cherry pits. Please don't do it. Okay, so F is not correct. It's not to show us that it's a team sport, okay? G, to help the reader relate a well-known activity to an activity that might be unfamiliar. Well, most people do know about baseball. It is a well-known activity, but spitting cherry pits isn't. So to help you kind of visualize in your mind what it would be like to spit cherry pits, that is why the poet used baseball. Maybe a good answer. I feel like G is a really good potential answer, okay? H, to explain that less time is required for spitting cherry pits than for playing baseball. Well, not really, because the poem didn't really talk about time or anything like that. And then J, to show the reader that some activities are more interesting than others. Well, let's look at our poem and where she talks about like relating it to baseball. So the don't get tense, I'm on the right hand side. After to launch it without a hitch, don't get tense, aim for the fence, wind up like you're fixing the pitch. That's baseball. Now blast it hard across the yard, kissing the missile goodbye. That's just like hitting a baseball. It's over the fence, it's out of the park. That is like what happens in baseball when someone hits it and it goes far over the fence. It's a home run. So it looks like G is the best answer to help the reader relate a well-known activity, which is baseball, to an activity that might be unfamiliar, which is spitting cherry pits. But because we have an idea about baseball, we can understand kind of what you should do when trying to shoot shoot a cherry pit, but it would be like hitting a ball. And that is it, fifth graders, for our review of Elemental Poetry Part 2. Remember, if you need a tutor, parents can click the link in the description box to sign up for a free 30-minute consultation, and we have our 5th grade math and reading review workbooks available for purchase in our store. This is Shay Jackson with Hype Math and Reading, and I will talk to you later.